The C-119 flying boxcar crew made 3 attempts before they were able to catch the capsule. When they did, on August 19, 1960, Discoverer 14 became the first aerial recovery of an object that had orbited Earth. Discoverer was the public cover version of the top-secret Corona program. Corona managed reconnaissance. The Air Force launched the reconnaissance satellites, which photographed the intel and then recovered the payload upon re-entry. Subsequently, the CIA would analyze what was captured on film. The genesis of Corona harkened back to post-World War II. Douglas Aircraft created the RAND Corporation, an acronym for Research and Development. A think tank, RAND concluded the German V2 technology could put a satellite into Earth orbit. If America's enemies had not yet developed the ability to do likewise, the satellite could not be attacked. After his election to the presidency, Dwight D. Eisenhower gave thumbs up to Project Corona.
Ike for president, Ike for president, Ike for president, Ike for president. You like Ike, I like Ike, everybody likes Ike for president. Hang out the banner, beat the drum, we'll take Ike to Washington.
Enter DARPA, the Defense Department Advanced Research Projects Agency. DARPA initially assumed managing Discoverer. The goal was to photograph sensitive sites and return the documentation to Earth in a parachuting capsule which an airplane would capture or catch in midair. As examples of the quality of the images being taken at the time, this is the United States Pentagon. This is a Soviet site. There were frustrating failures as the new technology evolved. Discoverer 1 was aborted on January 21, 1959, but successfully launched 38 days later and then tumbled out of control. Discoverer 2 came down over northern Norway near the Soviet border and was lost.
A Thor-able satellite vehicle soars aloft, sister ship and precursor of the rocket that will carry into orbit the first Earth-born life intended to return alive. The passengers of Discoverer 3rd, 4 black mice. Precious cargo for whose safety and survival infinite pains are taken and millions of dollars spent. Their life support capsule, the Discoverer's payload, models in miniature the essential features of the capsule that will carry into orbit the first spaceman. Rigorously sealed to prevent the loss of its precious atmosphere, carefully shielded against life-destroying radiation, the satellite to be is readied for the flight into the unknown.
If captured by enemies, which it was not, the rodents would be, quote, evidence, unquote, that Discoverer was a solely scientific endeavor. Unfortunately, Discoverer 3 was lost at sea. Discoverer 4 did not orbit as well. Discoverer 5's retro rocket misfired and sent the craft into a higher, unrecoverable orbit. The radio beacon on Discoverer 6 failed and the satellite was lost. 7 tumbled out of control. 8 flew to a higher, unrecoverable orbit. 9 didn't even achieve orbit. The booster burned out early. A range safety officer detonated 10 when the rocket went off course. Discoverer 11 just disappeared after ejection into orbit. 12 almost made orbit until an electrical malfunction. The rocket disintegrated on re-entry. 13 was considered the first full success. Launched on August 10, 1960, from Vandenberg Air Force Base, California, explosive bolts separated the capsule from the satellite over Alaska. After re-entering Earth's atmosphere, the parachute opened 10 miles above Earth and the capsule splashed down north of Hawaii.
Within this capsule, Mr. President, are a great many telemetering equipments and other scientific devices. However, there is one other package, which is a national flag. This flag contains 50 stars. It is perhaps significant that this flag was released from orbit in outer space in the vicinity of our 49th state and recovered in the vicinity of the 50th state, Hawaii. On behalf of the Secretary of the Air Force, the officers, the airmen, the civilians, and our scientific and industrial team, I am proud, Mr. President, to present you this flag of the United States of America.
Thank you, Tommy. It's a real present.
Discoverer 14 launched on August 18, 1960, carrying a camera to photograph Soviet bases. The payload included technology that would detect Soviet missile launches. To retrieve or catch the returning capsule, the C-119 flying boxcar monitored a radio beacon to intercept the parachuting capsule. Flying at 8,500 feet in altitude, the C-119 snared the target on the third attempt. A grappling hook snagged the parachute. Eventually, and officially, there would be 38 Discoverer satellites launched. There is a report that after Discoverer 17 lifted off in November 1960, the Soviet Union warned the United States that flying over the Soviet Union was illegal. Satellites caught trespassing would be destroyed. As a footnote to this historical tidbit, 7 months before their pronouncement, the Soviets had downed Francis Gary Powers, who was taking spy photographs as he piloted the U-2. He was put on trial.
Moscow's Hall of Columns was packed for the most dramatic trial that even Russia has staged for many years. Francis Gary Powers, U.S. pilot of the U-2 espionage plane, had pleaded guilty and could only hope that the sentence passed by the three judges, Lieutenant General Boris Adebsky presiding, would be lenient. As was expected, prosecutor Rudenko did not ask for the death penalty. Even so, Powers could have got 15 years. The best that defense counsel Mikhail Grinev could expect for his client was a somewhat lighter sentence.
On August 19, 1960, the day Discoverer 14 was caught mid-air north of Hawaii, the Soviets convicted Powers of espionage. He was imprisoned until February 1962, when he was part of an exchange in Berlin. The Soviets released him to the U.S., and the U.S. released a KGB spy jailed in America.